Travis Hunter. Now, Browns fans, you might want to plug your ears here because this is going to be a comparison that's made throughout, especially the early portions of Travis Hunter's career, is should the Browns have just taken him at number 2 overall as opposed to getting the loaded draft picks. And they, I think everyone agrees it was a great haul for Cleveland. But if Travis Hunter turns into this otherworldly player, we might look back on it a little differently in a few years here. And the start for Hunter, who originally was playing as a receiver mostly at rookie minicamp, has been pretty electric. And I don't know if you see, did you see the video, Jack, of his interception?
I've seen some corner plays. Yeah,
the cornerback play that he had the other day, defending Darius Lassiter. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. He reaches up with his right hand, taps it to himself, and picks off the football. You just see all these images and these videos coming out of Hunter lining up from Brian Thomas Jr. Then he's lining up at receiver with him on other plays, and Trevor Lawrence is throwing darts. It's like the reaction to his first few practices. Remember I said how Randy Moss came in with the Vikings and people were immediately saying, oh yeah, that guy can play. This feels like one of those, oh shit, this guy's really good at football. And you even had the Jaguars' new defensive coordinators coming out saying to Liam Cohen, can I have him more? I think the actual quote was, we'd like to have him more on defense. And I have to say at this point, I know a lot of people are iffy on if he should play one way as opposed to both. I'd say screw it. If he's that good on both sides, let him go out there, play as much as he can. And if it becomes a problem, it becomes a problem. But this dude's a hot start.
I think it's way too exhausting and wearing.
It probably will be.
This guy, he seems like he's going to be a generational player and a generational. It
feels almost automatic, doesn't it?
Yeah, like a generational type of talent. And you can, Cleveland, you can kind of stick any fat guy, have him work out, and tell him go play O-line. So looking back at it, it was a pretty terrible move for Cleveland, in my opinion.
Well, they got Graham, they got D lineman.
Oh, okay. Well, same thing. You just get a big guy, tell him to work out, and you can play the D line. But when you pass on Travis Hunter, which now looks even more insane. But going back to the both ways, it is a very cool story right now. And it's cool to see him. I did see that one quote where somebody's like, he's lining up playing receiver, opposite side of the field is Brian Thomas. And then he's covering him, guarding him the next play, which is insane. I just think right now it's currently so different than when it's going to be the pace of play at the NFL level in the regular season, week in and week out. I don't really see how it's going to work, but if he can make it work, I'm all for it. He's going to be generational on one side of the ball. If it can be two, let's see what he can do. I just think it's too taxing and too wearing over time.
I mean, I like what the Jaguars are doing. If Travis Hunter, and I think this is true, and we're seeing in training camp, has some of the best ball skills in the entire NFL. And I mean, he just does, right? The way he's able to track movement in the air, the things he's able to do with his hands, the way he's able to bring things in. Like Travis Hunter will immediately be one of the best just players on the ball in the NFL. If that's what he is, then you should make him a wide receiver first. If you look at where guys get paid, if you look at where the value is, wide receiver is significantly more valuable than cornerback. If you were to take like the salaries of wide receivers and cornerbacks and combine them, 11 of the top 12 highest paid players are wide receivers. Like you saw what Jamar Chase got paid this offseason, right? So that's the position to put him. I don't know what it looks like in the NFL, having a player be like a gadget defensive player coming in for some defensive snaps. But if you can make it work, whatever. He's going to be a monster on the offensive side of the ball, and that's what really matters.
I mean, we're going to see this year quite a few times where, like, they're going to cut to a commercial. It's like, Travis Hunter pick leads to a Travis Hunter touchdown. Jaguars up 7.
That's going to be...
Like, he'll pick off the ball, and then 2 plays there, he'll catch a touchdown.
I would force it to him, too, for just to be able to run that.
And a Travis Hunter pick leads to a Hunter score. 7-0.
So Ziggy, I agree with you, though. As far as what's best for Travis Hunter, when he's looking over the situation, I know he wants to play both ways, but I'm sure when he's having private discussions with his family and maybe some coaches are saying, hey, realistically, we're going to need you on one side of the ball here. For the Jaguars, their defense was dead last in passing yards per game allowed last season. It was horrendous. I know, but Travis Hunter's looking at this, and I bet he's seeing what you're seeing. I'll get paid a lot more at receiver here. And I actually think, like, do you guys think it's crazy to say this dude is... Does he have top 5 wide receiver and top 5 cornerback potential in his rookie year?
I
like is that on the table?
I don't think through an 18-week NFL season he does. No. I think it's too taxing and wearing. If he proves me wrong, he proves me wrong.
That would be nuts.
But I don't think he can be top 5 in both now.
What do you think, Ziggy?
Top 5 wide receiver, I think, is pushing it. There's so much talent at that position. Right? Like, who are the top 5 wide receivers setting them apart? You got A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Right?
I think CD.
And then what? Amon-Ra St. Brown,
that's my 5.
Nakua, CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins. Like, he has to be better than basically all those guys to get into the top 5.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. Top 10, though? Right? Like, I think top 10 is realistic because after all those guys we just listed, like, who's left in your top 10? You got 3 spots left. Like, there's Tyreek Hill, there's Mike Evans, Drake London, Terry McLaurin, Malik Neighbors,
the DJ
Garrett
Moore's
Wilson.
in there.
Yeah, but those are guys I think it's possible to be better than. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. had a better season than most of those guys last year, right?
Yeah, so
and basically all of them.
To be a top 5 to top 10 receiver in your rookie year is already asking for a lot.
Well, that's crazy.
That's with him playing.
He's got the skills to do it.
That's with him playing every snap on defense. Like, it's just impossible.
No, it's the Jaguars have made clear he's not playing every snap on defense.
So
I don't think he can.
Place for him to go in.
So being top 5 in both is absurd.
But when you're seeing all this hype and you're seeing all these highlights come out of camp right now, and I'm just thinking back to myself, like, man, Trevor Lawrence should be awesome this year. There's no reason that with Brian Thomas and with Travis Hunter now that this Jags offense shouldn't be really good.
The Jags will be amazing.
They should be.
They're my bounce back team. I picked the right team.
He has to be. If Trevor Lawrence is not amazing this year, the Jaguars will be looking for a replacement.
When you're looking at the best wide receiver duos in football, and again, I know that Travis Hunter hasn't played a snap yet, but it feels pretty inevitable that he's going to be awesome. He's just a natural football player. There's not many duos that are better than these guys. Like, they're easily a top 10 duo in the league right now. And yeah, if Trevor Lawrence can't show up, then it's as crazy as it sounds, because he was so hyped up in college. Like, there would be quarterback questions heading into Jacksonville for 2026 if he doesn't deliver this year.
I mean, I'm playing it. We're playing in a men's league coming up. I can barely go up and down the floor, and then I see these highlights of Travis Hunter running all over the place. It's like, I don't know how he does it.
Well, he's a lot more. Didn't you say you went to the gym for the first time in years last week?
Months.
I thought it was years.
And no, it was months. And then I was sore for like 6 days.
That checks out. It's like, can you imagine if I'm trying to think what you dominate at equivalent to Travis Hunter at football. What's the thing you dominate at more than anyone else you could, or the closest?
Nothing. Sitting on a lounge chair drinking Corona.
Yeah, imagine Travis Hunter, trying to look relaxed on a couch watching like Better Call Saul
with a beer in his hand.
He'd be like, I don't know how this guy does
Hunter
it.
Be like,
I don't know how this guy does it so consistently. Like, he can remain motionless.
Yeah,
for 12 straight hours.
I mean, that is just absurd.
Well, Ziggy, what did you call it when you don't move?
Monastic stillness.
Monastic stillness. You are that.
I mean, how
Travis Hunter
can this guy just watch TV forever?
He's amazing at it. So we'll see what winds up happening with Travis Hunter once the season starts. But I think, what do you guys say of all the rookies so far, or this season, that you're most excited? Ziggy, I saw you put out the poll. Are you most excited to see Travis Hunter next year?
I think just on a pure play level, like, even if he's only playing one position, I think Travis Hunter is the most exciting prospect in this draft. Mm-hmm. If you combine that with the possibility of him doing things on both sides of the ball in an offense that should improve a lot and a defense that's looking to not be dead last. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know people are excited about Ashton Genty. I am too. I know people are excited about Cam Ward. I am too. Travis Hunter is the most electric player in this draft.
Are people excited about Cam Ward?
Yeah, I would definitely say anybody but Mason Graham.
Anyone but Mason Graham.
Yeah.
You gotta think Mason Graham's sitting in his bed looking at these Travis Hunter highlights going like, uh-oh.
It might make Graham insane.
I don't think Mason Graham cares at all.
I don't think he does.
Mason Graham's saying, boy, I was taking top 5 in the NFL draft and getting paid like $30 million over the next 5 years.
Yeah, when anybody can play
next to Myles Garrett. Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah, it's not a bad gig there either.
If I just started eating like profusely and got to like 300 and worked out every day, I could be on the D line.
I thought you were gonna say if I started eating profusely and stayed on the couch, you'd be
No.
300 pounds on the couch.
If I started eating,
it wouldn't be that you were good at not moving. You wouldn't be able to move.
If I worked out and ate and got fat while working out, I can play on the D line.
Oh yeah, here the D line rant again. Okay, so Ziggy, you just mentioned him. Let's move along to Ashton.
Hear this be like, this guy is just ridiculous.
Someone's gonna come pick you up and throw you through a wall.
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, I know.